Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your July 2017 general reading with Divine Love Tarot. I just want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or if you're coming back after watching another video. Okay, so thank you for giving me a chance. I'm going to go ahead and do this general reading. Okay, I'm going to pick 5 cards. 4 cards are going to represent weekly energies. 1 card is just going to be the general energy for the month. Okay, and then I'll pull clarifiers wherever I feel I see a need, or I'm need a little bit more information. Okay, Aquarius. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. And I'm excited too because I have a few signs in Aquarius. So my Venus and my Mercury in Aquarius. So even though it's not a love reading, so I might get more messages from it because it's not associated to any of my love planets. But anyway, this is not astrology. This is a tarot reading. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? So cards are already shuffled. The first card in your reading, your beginning of the month, you're starting off with the 7 of Swords, okay? Second week, going into the second week is the 9 of Pentacles. Going into the third week, the Hanged Man. The end of the month, you're rounding it out with the Page of Cups in reverse. And your overall energy for the month is the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So your overall theme for the month is the Ace of Pentacles, and this represents new beginnings, okay? Ace of the Pentacles has anything to do with the material world or your body. So this could be a new business venture, business opportunities, a new physical relationship, physically satisfying relationship. But whatever it is, you're at the start of something new. So let's go ahead and see what's going on, and then we'll get back to this card, okay? So you start off with the 7 of Swords, okay? And this is a tricky card, literally, because this can represent that you've been betrayed, okay? That somebody is going behind your back and doing something sneaky. But this also can represent that you are having to be sneaky in order to manifest something that you want, okay? You're trying to do something in secret, but you might be having a hard time. You might be found out, okay? But you may be tempted to sneak away from a situation that's no longer working for you. All right. This card is asking you to be careful not to become a victim of someone who is trying to manipulate you. All right. But it could be a situation where you feel like you just have a better chance at success if you do something on your own. So it's not necessarily always that someone is doing something to you. Maybe you just feel like in order to get what you need, you have to go about it in a way that's a little bit more, quiet. Sometimes, they say real G's move in silence, right? So you may need to just tiptoe your way and kind of keep your mouth shut. You don't want other people to know what it is that you're working on. So let's go ahead and clarify that card a little. We got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So the 6 of Pentacles in reverse can represent some sort of debt, one-sided charity. Okay, it can also represent selfishness, possibly the need to speak up because you've been keeping things bottled up inside. And this card is saying that no matter what the consequences, that you need to speak up and stop trying to spare someone's feelings. So that's what could be going on here, is that you don't want to alert someone to something, and so you're just keeping it all bottled up inside. But what are you keeping bottled up inside? It's like, what's going on? Then we get the Tower in reverse. Okay, so this represents a fear of change. You're trying to avoid disaster. You're delaying basically the destruction that's going to come when whatever it is happens, okay? And this is saying that you may need to go through a difficult time in order to learn an important lesson. So what is really, Aquarius, what is going on? All right, let me give another. Okay, so you have the Page of Wands in reverse. And this can represent someone who's being immature, someone with self-image issues. Okay, this could be possibly a mean-spirited person or aggressive, or someone who plays a victim. So maybe if you're dealing with someone like this, you really are going behind their back because you don't want to speak up because you know it's going to create some sort of problem, okay? And they have outbursts of temper. They don't know how to control themselves. So you don't want to have any conflicts with this person, okay? And maybe they're just uncooperative, okay? And they're always put a hamper on. Okay, so let's just look at this. So you have a new beginning here. You have the opportunity to do something new. But there's someone in your life who always speaks negatively, okay? Maybe they're never positive. They're a pessimistic person. So you don't want them to know what it is that you're doing. You don't want to tell them what's going on, and you might be being a little bit selfish, but you know that if you do, they're just going to cause trouble for you. Okay, they're going to cause trouble, so you're trying to avoid this as long as possible. Um, Let me just clarify that one more time. Okay, judgment in reverse. So this judgment in reverse represents self-doubt, could represent the refusal of self-examination, not listening to your inner voice, which may lead to poor judgment, okay? It may be that you're dealing with the consequences of your past actions, or you're scared to make important decisions, okay? This can also represent the reluctance to let go of a person, a job, a friend, a circumstance, a relationship, something that isn't working out for you anymore. All right, so basically, Aquarius, you have someone in your life that you need to let go of, okay? And you know that, but you're trying to avoid it. You really don't want to deal with that issue right now, okay? Because you might be focused on this new beginning. All right, because during the second week, you're represented by the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles represents wealth, okay? Represents basically someone who is content because they have everything that they want or everything that they need, okay? Nines are, you're basically one step away from a 10, which is completion. So you're well on the way to whatever your goals are or accomplishments, whatever it is that you're working on. You're almost there, like you're basically done. Okay, this card represents luxury, gratitude, someone who's self-sufficient. You've put in hard work. Okay, so this comes after the Eight of Pentacles, which represents hard work. So now you're sitting back and you're enjoying the fruits of your labor, literally. Okay, you see this person. Look at this person. She's got it all. She's got her jewelry. She's dressed beautifully. She's got her fruits. Like she has everything she needs physically and materially, which is what this card is indicating because this is the energy for the month. Okay, this card does come with a warning not to get too comfortable because even though you're having success, you're not at a 10 yet, so your goal is not complete. So you have to maintain your discipline until the end. Okay, um, but this is someone who carries themselves with grace and elegance. Um, so that's good. That means basically that you're on the right path. So we go into the third week of the month and you get the Hanged Man. Okay, so sorry about that. The Hanged Man can represent sacrifice, okay? It can also represent feeling restricted and needing to let something go. But with the hangman, if you can see, this person, he is hanging upside down, okay? Which represents the suspension of activity, of the suspension of action. But if you look at the expression on his face, it's an expression of someone who is content or someone who is basically unbothered, okay, unconcerned, because he knows what he did to get himself in this position. And he knows how to manipulate himself out of this position if he makes a decision, okay? And so it's basically accepting what you've done to get where you are at this point. All right. If this is you, then this card is basically saying that surrender may be the best option. If this is someone in your life, this card is representing that they are not who they pretend to be. Okay. But basically, action has been suspended. So this is kind of like a time of indecision right now. You're not sure what to do. You may need to reflect on a decision that you need to make, okay, and not acting can kind of maybe shed light on some of your options. All right, so you could be just feeling stuck or restricted. Something is holding you back, okay? But you know what it is. You've done something to get here. So let's go ahead and try to clarify that a little bit. And you get the Two of Wands in reverse. So the Two of Wands in reverse represents the fear of the unknown, a lack of planning. You may need to figure out what your long-term goals are and take action towards that. All right, this can also indicate that someone else is controlling you, which could be why um, you are in the hangman position right now. Not because of yourself, which is why you're not really stressed out, because you know exactly what is holding you back. You know who is in charge. Someone else is in charge. Could be a boss, could be a family member, but this person is controlling you. This also suggests that you might be doing business with a shady person who may be trying to manipulate you, okay? They could possibly have a bad temper. And so here we go back to this page of wands in reverse, okay? You're dealing with someone who is just, they're difficult, all right? And it may indicate that you have a lack of resources that you need to move forward, which could be why you're in the hangman. You're just waiting for things to become available. You're waiting for other options to open up. Um, who could be controlling you? Okay, I want to know. We get the King of Swords. So the King of Swords represents somebody who's a mature person who rules with logic. Okay, not necessarily emotions. This person is clear, logical, mentally on point, mentally sharp. All right, this could be a judge. This could be your father. All right, and if it is your father, he kind of puts success before family. Okay, I'm sorry. I've got my window open and it's just blowing stuff all over the place. All right. This could represent a financial advisor, okay, a teacher, an attorney, maybe a tax consultant. Or this card could indicate that you may need to get the advice of someone, a professional advisor, okay? You may need an attorney. You may have done something which requires an attorney to get out of the situation, okay? But this card may indicate that you need to use your logic and your intellect to navigate a situation. All right, you may need help. You may need the help of a King of Swords to get out of whatever it is that you've gotten yourself into. So here we are once again. We go back to the first week where you were sneaking around and doing something because you didn't want your business partner or you didn't want this person to know about it, okay? And you might have been being a little bit selfish, but you were just trying to avoid any nonsense. And maybe things kind of caught up with you a little bit, or kind of catch up with you a little bit because we're not there yet in the third week of the month. And you now need to call on someone to help you out of it. All right. But, um, you know, I feel like because the King of Swords is in the upright, you're going to be all right because the overall theme is that you are having success in this new beginning, whatever this new venture is that you're doing. So you just, with anything that you do with other people involved, there may just be a little bit of drama, but whatever you're doing, Aquarius, you're being really crafty. You're confident, even though things are kind of sketchy. All right, you basically you're confident and you know what you've gotten yourself into and you know how to get yourself out of it. So at the end of the month, we go into the end of the month as the Page of Cups reversed. So this could be a couple things. The Page of Cups reversed can indicate someone who may have emotional problems or they're feeling insecure or unsure of themselves. This person may experiment with drugs or alcohol because they're just trying to escape whatever the reality of their life is. All right. So if this is you, you are into some type of situation, you're into something kind of deep. And, you might be choosing to kind of drink your way out of it or try to just ignore what's going on by self-indulging. Okay. And if this is someone in your life, then it could be someone you know, but this card could represent your shadow side. All right, if it doesn't have anything to do with drugs or alcohol, then this card also serves as a messenger. All right, the Page of Cups in reverse, basically, the news isn't good. and it's something that's going to cause you some type of emotional upset. All right, whether it's a breakup, a canceled engagement, a canceled wedding, someone's sick, maybe you're sick. All right, but this just can indicate, also it can indicate maybe a delay in a creative project. So it could represent maybe whatever is going on in this situation. It's just some type of delay to whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. And, if you've gotten caught up into something and you need an attorney or a tax advisor, whatever, you may have to put your project on hold. Okay, so that's also what this card can represent. But it indicates also possible. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go ahead and clarify that, because that's Page of Cups has too many possibilities, and I want to see what exactly is going on, because you've got a lot going on in this reading, Aquarius. So then you get the Four of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Cups in reverse, it indicates boredom, missed opportunity, possibly feeling aloof. All right. This can also indicate that you recognize you have many admirers. This card indicates getting out of a rut. So maybe you're getting out of this hangman situation. But this card can indicate that you need to reconnect with others and show your appreciation. Okay, this also is a good time to take the chance with a new opportunity. Okay, so um, here we got a few things going on here. So you have the Page of Cups. You could be single, all right, and you could have a lot of options in dating, because the Ace of Pentacles does indicate that you can be on embarking in a new physical relationship. So maybe you just have a lot of options, okay? You've got a lot of admirers, and you're just basically, testing the waters right now. You're enjoying yourself, okay? But this card is basically saying, like, don't be a little, don't be too selfish or too into yourself, okay? Show other people that you appreciate them. Um, so I kind of feel like that's probably it, Aquarius. Um, let's go. Let's just go over this. Let's just go over this and see if we're really done, okay? So you start off the month, Seven of Swords. Okay, you're being sneaky about something, or someone has been sneaky, but I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you finding a way to get around a situation, or trying to get around someone, because um, you're maybe you needed their money. Okay, maybe this person um, helped you out of debt, or because this card can represent debt, but also charity. So maybe someone, you needed to get this money from someone, or you needed financial assistance from someone, but you don't want to tell them what you're doing, because you know that the shit is going to hit the fan, excuse my French, if you do. All right, because they are just very difficult person to deal with, and you're just like, look, I'm doing this regardless, okay? I'm going to do this no matter what, no matter what's going on. So, whatever it is, you're sitting pretty in the second week of the month. You got what you wanted, you got that money, you got that advance, whatever it was that you needed, you got it from this person. Okay? Now, whether that was an ethical way of doing things, I'm not sure, because now you have the Hanged Man in the third week, which means that you got caught up. You got caught up, and you know exactly what you did to get here, and you know how to get yourself out of that situation also. So that could be why you're a little bit smug, because you have the energy of manifestation going on this month. All right. So the hangman basically knows how to manipulate himself in and out of situations. All right. So you're just like basically running circles around the people in your life right now, or running circles around a business partner. This person could be shady. Okay. You're doing business with someone who's shady, but somehow you're making the situation work for you. All right. And then you could just be enjoying yourself. You could just be dating. If you're single, you're dating multiple people and you're just getting out there and trying to enjoy your success. If you are in a relationship, then it's possible that you're just you might be feeling a little emotionally out of sorts, okay? You're bored in your situation, but you need to maybe reconnect with your partner, okay? This card is telling you that you need to show your partner appreciation, and maybe you want to clarify that again? Okay, so then you get the two of swords. That's why I didn't want to pull any more cards, because this is taking me deeper. But that's fine. So you have the two of swords, which means you need to make some type of decision that you don't want to make. Okay? And this is just, I just pulled that for someone who's in a relationship. Why are your emotions unbalanced? Why are you acting perhaps immaturely? You're bored, okay? And you need to make some sort of decision, but you don't really want to see what's in front of you, okay? You don't want to make this decision. But then you get also the temperance, the Empress. Actually, the Empress came out reversed. So I have to put that upside down for you. So the Empress in reverse. So that means that if this is you, you're out of sorts right now, okay? You're either not feeling the love, or you're just not feeling the situation. But you don't want to make a decision that will affect your change, okay? But whatever decision, once you make a decision, I feel like if you were to make a decision, this Empress card would turn upside down and would be in the upright, because you have the energy of the Ace of Pentacles over this reading, okay? So, Aquarius, in a relationship that's bored, make a decision, make a choice. Maybe show your partner a little bit more appreciation, okay? Single Aquarius, enjoy yourself, all right? Be careful not to lead people on, though. You've got multiple people after you, or you've got your eye on multiple people. Be careful not to be, you don't want to come off as a player. But, you've got this under control, okay? Look at this guy. He's just like, look, I know what's going on. I've got it all under control. You think that, I'm stuck, but I know how to get out of this, all right? Sometimes you have to play possum, Sometimes you do have to play possum in order to deal with people in your life that are difficult, all right? So I feel like you're being very smart about things right now, Aquarius. Even if people might think that you're coming off sneaky. But if you're dealing with someone who's shady, which this card indicates shady business dealings, okay, you need to come off sneaky, all right? So kudos for you for knowing how to manipulate the situation and get what you want. All right, Aquarius, I feel like that is it. If that reading resonated with you, please let me know. If you want to go deeper into this reading, we can. You can just hit me up for a personal reading, all right? And we can go ahead and see what your personal energies are. Also, the monthly love reading are up. So if you want to go ahead and see what that Page of Wands in reverse means for your love life, if it is connected to your love life, then go ahead. I also have the weekly quick and dirty love readings up to give you a little bit more insight into your relationships also. So once again, thank you for joining me today. And I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. All right, Aquarius, and see you guys at the next reading. All right, take care.